So, should you pick up Amari and the Metalwork Menace by B.B. Alston? Short answer is yes. But it is the fourth in a series, so make sure you read these 3 books first. Hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Towering TBR. I received an advanced listening copy for Amari and the Metalwork Menace, and I am here to share my honest thoughts with you. I am going to keep this spoiler-free, so even if you haven't read the first 3 books, no worries, you're not going to get spoiled. So I'm going to be honest, I loved books 1 and 2, gave them 5 stars each, but I had some problems with book 3, specifically with the pacing. The author was clearly trying to cover quite a lot of ground and would sometimes leave characters in really tense situations. But because there was just not enough time, he would be like, oh yeah, they're okay. And it would deflate that tension. And because there was so much going on, and because everything was going at breakneck speeds, it reduced my enjoyment of the book. But no worries, book 4 is back to the high standards, and it was very enjoyable to read. So this book picks up nearly a year after the events of book 3. Amari is dealing with grief and trauma from the events that happened at the end of book 3. She's not the only one. There are other kids that are dealing with this as well. Amari's mental health is well represented in this book, but it does add a more serious tone than the earlier installments. Don't worry, there is still lots of whimsy and lighter moments, but Amari and her friends are getting older, and with that comes challenges. We get some familiar locations, as well as some new ones. We get some familiar villains, and a new one. We have loved ones in peril. You know, some of the same plot beats, but reimagined in a refreshingly inventive and interesting way that made the book so compulsively readable. 2 big themes of the story are rehabilitation of prisoners and the dangers of AI, both of which are extremely timely and explained in a way that I think makes sense for younger readers, but is never really dumbed down. The pacing of this one is really fast. There is always something happening, and that makes it really hard to put down. You want to find out what is going on and what will happen next. It will keep you on the edge of your seat. And after that ending, oh my gosh, I now need book 5 like ASAP. Like as soon as they can get it to me, I need it because I want to know how this story ends. So lastly, I want to talk about the audiobook quality itself because I received an audiobook. The narrator is Amani Parks, and she narrates in the first 3 audiobooks as well. She is such an expressive narrator and has really come to embody what I think Amari sounds like. She also does enough vocal variation that I can normally tell who is speaking before she says, Elsie said, or Jaden said, but she doesn't do like full-on voices. I will say her voice for the new villain was a tiny bit underwhelming, but that's a nitpick. That doesn't detract from the story at all. So yeah, I heartily recommend this book. It was so fun being back in this world and being with these characters whom I've really grown attached to. I am really glad B.B. Alston decided to extend this series into 5 books because that means we get even more time in this world. And I feel like maybe book 3, he was just trying to set up some longer arcs, and perhaps that's why it was just so much. Buy it or put it on hold at the library ASAP. You're going to want to read it, and I need somebody to discuss that ending with. Seriously, so good. So, did I convince you? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for joining me. Happy reading.